Okay, so let's start the live reaction. We're going to go ahead and go full screen on this for how the sausage is made.
Hey there, folks, and welcome back.
I've watched this at least 6 times this week.
I didn't even know aloe vera was edible. I thought it was just something you put on a sunburn. I don't know. You can eat it. It's not poisonous. So not being poisonous is a very good reason to make a sausage out of it. And so that's what we're going to do. There's all that aloe vera goodness. A thousand apologies for not representing aloe vera properly.
Aloe vera is involved. Now, I will mention that there's meat involved as well. If you're squeamish towards that, I will tell you when to look away.
There's what in this as well?
There's meat involved.
I can't get a hold of it. Ooh. All right, let's give this a taste test. Here we go. All right.
I want to live in this.
It doesn't really taste much of anything. It's very watery and taste. Like a cucumber has more flavor than this. And the more room temperature it gets, the more it's turning into goo. Well, we'll just pre-put this all in the measuring cup.
I saw this and immediately thought of Mike.
Oh my God! Oh, that was a good plop. I think the pork to aloe vera ratio is going to be way off on this one.
Yep. You might want to look away this part.
Jesus.
How do you even find these things, Adrian?
Okay, this isn't really going as planned. It's kind of awful. Ew.
Right?
Gross. I've seen enough. This is getting way out of hand.
We haven't gotten to the good parts yet.
Oh God. We won't. Oh shoot. We don't need this much aloe vera. My God, what have I done? Nothing that a little salt can't take care of. And pepper. We'll hit this with a little bit of ground cumin as well. It has the consistency of the brain episode. Everything's getting worse about this. This is heading towards zero territory. I came in like a sausage ball.
I mean, that's a good song. That was a good remix. Very aggressive making sausage.
Ready?
In 3, 2, 1, let's sausage. This is looking pretty dang gross.
Yeah, he just does this.
Climbing the tube, it'll burst when you do that. A high probability of bursting. Today's Will It Blow is brought to you by this guy. Wow, they got them all in there, didn't they? They got the Ruffalo score, they got the lit sausage, the big sausage, and the little sausage. I think they got them all in there. Amazing work. And I think I'll save this one for when Mrs. Sausage goes out of town. So, will it blow? Yeah, it did. That's a good Will It Blow. I'm going to have to get that Will It Blow. Pork Ruffalo.
I'm so good. What does Mark Ruffalo have to do with it?
I don't know.
How did he get involved?
Why is this still going?
We got a little burst. It's turning into a big burst. It's like a zit popping in slow motion. This sausage has been cooking for like 20
many
minutes.
videos. I've only seen this one many times.
Uncooked. We're going to say that's cooked. I have to say for bursting, it held together pretty well. So let's open up this conundrum and see how we did. Well, at the very least, we can say it's cooked. There's still plenty of aloe vera in there to make this sausage worthwhile. Okay.
Yeah, you made Lego cry.
Go.
Nice.
Unbelievable. It's actually very good. It's very, very good. I think adding the cumin in at the last second really saved this sausage. It tastes refreshing, I guess it tastes like a clean sausage. I don't know. It feels healthy for some reason that the aloe vera is in there. It tastes healthy. I'm dumbfounded. I thought this would taste like trash. Of course, the texture is a mess. So that's got to be worked on. But the flavor wise, it's a home run for me. But we'll deduct the usual point for it. Being wow. So I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 4 out of 5.
Pop, 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 pop.
What the show? What the show?
Hello. Thanks everyone for sticking with us through whatever the hell it is that AJ just made us watch. Which honestly, that pretty much sums up our friendship. AJ makes us watch a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
We still love him.
Yeah.
4 Mark Ruffalo's.
We are keeping our promise of keeping the weird in Wednesdays. That's a what the show promise right there, folks. Okay.
Oh, I watched that at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I watched it again. And then I decided that
was
gonna
really
be
a
the
lot
cold
for me
open.
to handle.
At like what 10 our at 10 no at 10 our time. That was a lot.
Yes. What? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The juice is loose or not, apparently. All right, so quick ramble. Let's get some quick things aside. I know y'all were coming here to watch the end of our trilogy. We did our brackets. We named our hero. We named our villain. We are waiting a couple of weeks on that because we have some good, exciting things happening, and also because the juice is loose out in the world this evening. So we're waiting for him to get back. Second thing second. Hi, everyone. Happy Pride Month. It's June. It's the first stream of June. It's Pride Month. Everybody rock and roll. So, of course, it's June. That means new charity. It is Pride Month. So, obviously, this month, all Streamlabs donations are going to the Trevor Project. If you know what the Trevor Project is, where have you been? But in all seriousness, essentially it does help LGBTA plus youth. It deals with suicide prevention and other such things. It is a really awesome organization, and with it being Pride Month, we will be sending all donations their way. Cool. That's all I had to say. And tonight, I don't know what we're doing, but it already started off with a bang, and Little Giants gets really loud at the end.
Little Giants does get really loud at the end. You can ask Jeff Alterman about that. Now he's allowed. Now, well, no, actually, we're outside of 2021. He didn't finish the movie. Jeff Alterman did not finish the movie, so he technically could have watched it a second time.
I mean, yeah, it's a sacred time. And he made us watch a weird sausage video.
By the way, we just got our first donation of the month from Brother Lomas donating $5. Thank you, brother. We love you so much here.
It's one of our heroes.
Lomas saying, I don't know what the charity is this week, but here, please don't help trees with it.
Okay.
Right on. Yeah. What have trees ever really done?
We got that right.
No trees will be helped with your donation, Brother Lomas. So thank you so much for donating. We appreciate it.
We will not help trees.
No trees will be helped. What is this? The giving tree? Ain't no one got time for that shit. It's too sad right now.
Nobody wants that strawberry shit.
And Lego saying, making us watch that video during Pride Month is low key a moral crime.
That's a really fair thing to ask. Honestly,
how many times have you been accused of committing a low-key moral crime, AJ?
Low key? A lot.
Yeah,
low key. Yeah, that's fair. Low key.
Oh,
you have committed many.
I mean, it's at least one now.
At least I inflicted that crime upon myself multiple times before inflicting it on all of you.
What did Juice? I know that you prepped this, ran it by Juice first. What was his response to that video?
He has not replied.
you scarred Juice?
No wonder he didn't want to show up tonight. I'm sorry, Juice.
I think Justin just made up plans.
I'm not watching that shit again.
He's like, I'm not. I just thought about it, and it really grosses me out. But it's weirdly like I'm so disturbed by it, and yet I want more. Like I want to go see what other weird sausages this man is making.
The catchphrases are on point. The
really
Ruffalo scale.
Ruffalo has to do with anything.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
What is that man's voice? I have so many questions. I truly do.
But so what's your guys' week been like?
Well, I haven't until today watched many sausage videos. Fortunately, I guess. I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm not sure. It's been a really busy weekend in pop culture. There was a lot of pop culturing that I watched, my retinas took in, and then I processed, and I felt a lot of emotions. And then we saw Paul McCartney, and
yeah,
it was a good time. I had some fun. I did not get a lot of sleep. If anyone else woke up at 3 a.m. to start binge watching Stranger Things, let me know in the chat. Am I the only weirdo? No, I don't know. Probably not. Maybe.
Here's the real question. Now, we saw Top Gun Maverick that night, and then she woke up at 3 a.m. However, they surprised everybody and dropped Obi-Wan Kenobi early. Did anyone actually watch both Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes and then immediately go into Stranger Things? That would have been...
That's a lot.
I did do that.
If you did.
Did you watch the whole thing of Stranger Things after doing Obi-Wan,
though?
That's what I'm asking. Did anyone go the whole way with both of them?
I only got through episode 1. So.
I feel like you need like a little breather. I'm glad I got a couple hour breather in between the two, because I had like a few hours to digest each thing. I digested Top Gun for a few hours, then I digested Stranger Things, then I digested Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That is a lot of pop culture in one day.
Hell yeah. Listen.
Much.
She's on her second watch too, because I was at work while she watched most of it, so I'm actually
next is our method, okay?
Catching up.
Because we've been dating for at least season 2 onward. So we've been together season 2 onward. So our method is usually I binge watch it all right away. And then my second rewatch is watching it with him, essentially. So then we like that's how we did season 3. I then watched it all with you.
Right.
And then
just based on the length of the episodes, I've been kind of trying to do like one a day. And I figured I'd have that within a week.
I don't know how you live that life. I'm already like, give me the last 2. Put it straight in my veins.
I haven't had a day off of work since then.
Look at your choices. I made sure I requested it off. I'm just saying, it's very important to me.
There's something very important next week that I used my days off for.
Well,
Same. By the way, we got another Streamlabs from Danny1 Kenobi, $5 saying, please don't play that sausage video again for the next 30 minutes. That's what this donation is for. # Morbin time, # Morbius sweep.
I feel like you really tempted him by putting that.
Why did you say 30 minutes and not like 4 hours? Like,
So, Juice, have you still
It's Morbin time.
Morbin time.
It's Morbin time. The number 1 action movie of all time.
Yeah, it's
but comic book movies don't count. Superhero movies don't count. Comic book movies do.
I actually was given a list. I don't know if I should read it yet. Maybe we'll save it for the end. If we get enough Streamlabs, I know Jeff Alterman's list. It's a doozy.
We shouldn't do that.
Jeff Alterman. I will only say one movie he put, and I pissed off at myself for forgetting about this one. Ballistic X versus Sever.
Nice.
I don't even think I know what that is.
Oh, it's bad.
So there's a someone that's been on Community is doing a poll for the top 10 action movies of all time. Now the thing is, with action movies, it's the most subjective genre. So the
Paddington
top 10 that I
2.
love. There's been an argument since there's action in Paddington. Can you call it the best action movie? Because it's the best movie that has action. But like for me, The Quest, 1996's The Quest, is legitimately a favorite movie. It's not a great movie, but it's one of my tops.
I think that's the problem with the word favorite,
Right.
is
And-
you can then interpret.
Right.
There's a lot of things that I love. For instance, Center Stage that Mike does
Right,
not
it's here.
like, but I would consider it, a favorite movie.
It would be funny if Carl came on to react to our personal list.
That actually would be pretty good. I mean, like, I openly admit, like, my top 10 favorite movies there's at least 3 of them that most people don't consider good movies. So, favorite and best are 2 very subjective things. I see Danny saying Top Gun Maverick was the perfect blockbuster. It was about as close to a perfect of a summer blockbuster as I've ever seen. I can wholeheartedly agree with that. It was fantastic.
Listen, hashtag need more logins. Not enough logins.
Yes, I agree with that. Did I fist pump in the theater when Danger Zone came on?
Yes.
Yes.
You did. I can attest to that.
We all did.
I mean, sure. Could I get nitpicky with my things and say, but yeah, it was a very good movie. I enjoyed it, even if there were. That is true. He is the only one. What was I gonna say?
I don't even remember what I put on, honestly.
I mean, I'm sure if obviously we have a special place in our heart on this stream for Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, because James Remar is the best.
Listen, James Remar might have been in like half of my movies.
He was in 2 of mine. I didn't get Annihilation, but I put the Warriors on.
Now we're thinking about Obi-Wan working with meat. I'm now picturing Obi-Wan watching these Sausage Man videos, and I'm very disturbed. I don't want those 2 things linked in my mind, and now they are linked in my mind. But you know what? It's fine. But I think they have an OSHA in the galaxy, going in and checking on these things.
That's true. Like, what are the regulations?
What are the regulations on Tatooine?
I know somebody who would be good for that job. His name's Watto. Watto would be great to enforce OSHA standards.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I got mentally scarred thinking of Watto on the day that Ray Liotta passed away. Because... Okay, I was listening to another podcast, and they had this concept of this is Gamefully Unemployed, by the way. These guys are amazing. If people are familiar with Schmodown, Tom from Schmodown, that's his actual movie podcast. So they're talking about Ray Liotta as Watto, but no CGI. Just make Ray Liotta.
I might not sleep tonight.
That's a nightmare.
You still do the little wings, but it's just him, right? And like the negotiation scene goes down entirely different. I need credit.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
So it's just like, listen, man, I need my fucking money. Quit doing this whole hand wavy shit. And then the next scene is Qui-Gon Jinn. Like, he's gone, right? It's Obi-Wan burying him in the desert. Ray Liotta's watching. Entirely different movie.
Can they still talk into a Gillette razor though? Because that's what's most important to me.
I'm still waiting for that to show up. But we're halfway through Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they still have not talked into a razor yet.
I've not seen anyone talking to a Gillette razor. Okay, like what the heck? Also, I want it to be known I get
hell yes, Danny.
Yes.
Oh, that was a brilliant show. It's like so vulgar, but like anybody who followed that show knows that they actually filmed it like 2 or 3 days before it aired. So like they would actually, because it was based off fantasy football, would have like actual up to date, like the show would air on Wednesdays and they would film it like on Mondays so they could like shit talk who did terrible the day before or something like that. Like, God damn you, Rashad Mendenhall. Why'd you only rush for 25 yards or something like that? And it would be real time. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Lego for pointing out we don't want any factual errors here on What the Show. So I do appreciate you pointing out that OSHA is for employee safety. That is correct. Yes.
Yes.
I
Although
apologize for
that
my error.
probably is not up to
But
OSHA code.
in Tatooine,
But also, yeah, I would like to think that they fail. I don't think that their employees are being kept very safe. I don't think they have the proper PPE or the proper training to do such things. And on top of that, no, I don't think that they're passing any health code, or they're probably failing in health code violations as well.
Yeah. Okay, so do I do a countdown if I just want to drop like a beginning of movie spoiler for Maverick? Should we just?
okay.
Yeah, go ahead, count it down. Everyone, we're about to. If you want to get out of the chat now, we're about to talk some Top Gun Maverick.
Yep. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this right here, and if you want to mute it until you see me do this again, it's just gonna be an excuse to do jazz hands. Not the second time. I just did the second time, but the third time. I'm gonna do this fourth. So you can do this to start spoilers. That's 4. We're gonna wait till the 5th one. So, so that opening scene with the test pilot, like where they do the jet that goes up to Mach 10. I was like, okay, so first thing I realized, it's not going to be all practically shot because it's not actually going Mach 10, blah blah blah, whatever. That scene when that jet exploded, there is no way he lives that.
Yep. You could get real nitpicky with a few things and big spoilers in this movie. There are a lot of suspension of disbelief in this movie, and a lot of, I would say, some holes in some certain storyline-y bits. But you know what? I was willing to forgive it because I was into it. But yeah, when we walked out, we got a little nitpicky. Again, I would like to say, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I really loved the movie. It was like a good, solid A. It was a great summer blockbuster, like harkens back to summer blockbusters of old, but I could get a little nitpicky with certain things.
I'm fixated on the jet. It does not belong on this plane of existence anymore. It is in the Upside Down, being guarded by Vecna, I swear to God.
I was also promised some Stranger Things rants the other day in the General's chat, so we might have to put the pig spoilers banner back up to talk about that in a minute. There's been a lot of spoiler talk tonight, y'all. Okay, like I said, it's been a big weekend of pop culture. We're gonna be talking about stuff. If you haven't seen this stuff, get out and come and rewatch this after you've seen the stuff.
Hashtag Hangman was right.
Also, okay, wait. Can we quickly talk about something? The actor who plays, speaking of Hangman, this is not a spoiler. This is
just a spoiler room for the rest of the night.
This is a spoiler room for the rest of the night, okay? But this isn't even a spoiler. We were watching a trailer for a movie for Top Gun, and the same actor was in it, and it was like a very Top Gun-y like movie. Was it the same actor, or does he just look freakishly like him? Because I was like, this guy is already being typecast.
Yeah, I can see it. I do want to see him play.
I think his name is Glenn Powell. I'm gonna look up.
Yes, it is.
It is him. That's in it. Was he in the trailer for that other movie?
I think he was. Yes.
I was like, this dude is in just a bunch of fighter pilot movies now.
Have you seen Everybody Wants Some? He's in that.
It's funny. I actually started that movie and I didn't finish it, and I never went back to it, and I don't know why. I probably should finish that.
Okay, so Brother Loma's bringing up Iron Eagle better than Top Gun. Now
I see a question in the but I see this now. If you're unaware, we all have call signs.
Yeah, it's an action thing.
Okay, yes, it's called Devotion, and he is in it because there we were sitting watching a trailer for Top Gun, and I'm like, are they just showing a trailer for Top Gun? Because I swear to God, that guy is in Top Gun, and it was like the same, like he's like fighting with a guy, and like it literally looks like it was a scene from Top Gun in this trailer for this other movie.
Here's what's funny. They had time to make that entire movie between shooting Top Gun Maverick and when it released.
Yeah.
Yep. Like Top Gun Maverick's been in the can for over 2 years.
Absolutely.
Joseph
Wow.
Kosinski made another movie, and it's being released from Netflix. The trailer came out the week before. It's so crazy.
Our call signs are I am call sign Katana.
I'm call sign Kano.
Deja vu. It's because of my utter forgettability.
They were assigned to us by Ben Bateman and Andrew Guy, by the
Yes.
way. So
and
yeah.
it is because basically I got lumped in with this one because he's obsessed with Mortal Kombat. I got a Mortal Kombat call sign.
It was glorious though. Like when they gave me mine, they were on their shooting. They're like, we're watching Mortal Kombat, and we saw a scene with Kano just talking to Goro, and he's just sitting there, and he's like drunk and eating chicken, and just like ranting and raving. We're like, that's Deacon. Like, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, am I down with my call sign? Yeah, obviously, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
They
but also,
didn't want to name her Sonya, by the way. They were like, because Sonya and Kano hate each other.
True, which I appreciate that their knowledge of Mortal Kombat and that they put thought and effort into it, and I appreciate it. But I would, I am curious if I was not with Mike, what my call sign would have been.
Ooh.
We'll never know. I'm officially forever call sign Katana, and that's fine with me. I'm down with it. But yeah, I want to know what in my personality would have given me what my call sign would be.
Call sign unicorn fart.
I don't think my call sign would be unicorn fart. That's first of all, that's a mouthful.
It probably would go something Stranger Things related, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because you are the like.
You could be call sign Mad Max.
Yeah.
I'm into
Works
that.
on a couple different levels.
It does work on a couple different levels. There's so many options, really. I mean,
Call sign Murray.
oh god, I don't want to be that crazy. I love Murray. I do. There's gotta be
rhymes with Murray.
Oh, Bethany has a new purchase.
I did get a new Funko Pop. I walked all the way to Target. I legitimately did. I walked to Target to get it. This is not a lie. I got a new Robin from season 4. She's wearing her little family video outfit. Very cute. She's adorable.
Robin
and I love her.
my
She is my queen.
favorite.
I love Robin
Now,
so much.
there is no way, there's not a chance in hell that Robin was like mistaken at the hospital, because that is the spitting image of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. Like, there's no way you can look at her and say that she's not their kid.
And like, kind of, I mean, she plays against either like kind of type, at least in Stranger Things, than really either of them have ever had anything, which I think is the best part.
And she's still pretty young, so
Yeah.
long way to go for her. So this is just probably the start for her.
Also, I'd like it to be known while we're talking, I don't know, Stranger Things made me think of this because I was thinking about 80s goodness. Yeah, I feel like my call sign would have to do something to do with the 80s because I like that's
Call
I feel like
sign
that's kind of
Strawberry.
it's kind of my shtick. But no. But Mike's just really happy because this season is set in 1986, and that's the last
The
one
end of the
World
season.
Series.
The end of the season, the Mets are going to win the World Series.
yeah.
So
He's like, well, the Mets are winning the World Series this year. I'm like, I like how that's taken care of. That will not be covered on the show. What if it is? Probably will not be covered on the show.
86 Mets, my God.
But
has
he's
happened?
really hype about that.
Yo, like I'm going into a total tangent side. We'll get back to that. Disney Plus actually has a special on Gooden and Strawberry. I'm like, how the hell did this wind up on Disney Plus? It's like an ESPN one, but they put it on Disney Plus. That is like not Disney Plus material whatsoever. This is a glorious watch. Continue.
Anyways, so I'm really excited because I like to think that, I don't know, Mark Woodbury or Tom Williams as his parting gift. These are all names that mean absolutely nothing to any of you, but trust me, they're important people. They personally were like, we need to thank Bethany for all of her hard work and dedication and love for Universal. And we are going to give her a tribute store that is literally made for her. And guess what those bitches did? They gave me personally, again, this wasn't for everyone, it's for me.
AJ, you're going to see this next week.
An E.T., Jaws, and Back to the Future tribute store. Stop. Get out of here. It's amazing. I love it. So anyways, kids riding on bikes. It's great. 10 out of 10. So we will be going to that. Everyone prepare for a full review. I'm very
Are
excited.
you going to have time to go to that?
I will be going to, well, I think I might have to go. Well, I am going to go and get an ET treat because I will need a snack time at some point during the day. I will be giving a full recap, everyone, of my 40 times.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. 2
ET,
weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. Everyone be prepared. Buckle up. Don't worry, you won't have to pedal.
Juice and I will tell you about
All the beer you drank.
Yes,
No. The thing is, when you go to Duff Gardens, right, you can get a full-ass, tall, Long Island iced tea the same size as for $14.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Wine. Could you wine me? Thank you. As you.
Just emotionally preparing. I am so sorry.
It's so good. So the whole first room is basically Elliot's bedroom, and it's amazing. I'm so excited. I haven't been in it yet in person. I've only seen stuff. I already know which treats that I want. There's this really adorable ET treat, and I'm going to have it on ET day, and it's going to be glorious.
I was about to say that, like, I thought these were things you had experienced before. And if you had needed, like, in-line delivery of snacks and other things, we are there for this.
I just like picture you being my water boy, like coming in with a Gatorade bottle, just like squirting some water in my mouth as I'm like, all right, guys, ride 20. Let's go. Get on those bikes, bitches. We're pedaling.
You're in the corner of a boxing ring for no reason. Or is it more like a marathon runner where I've got the cup out and you just...
Ooh, I like that too. Either way kind of works for me, honestly.
Running to the ET score.
But yeah, I think if I just hit, we've kind of maxed out a little bit. Me and my friend are gonna like sit down. I have to make all of our signs for our 40 times.
Now, the other thing though, there's gonna be a reunion next week.
Wait, can I just finish my thought before you go on another tangent? Thank you. Now I don't remember what it was.
You're talking about your signs.
So yes, we have to make our signs, and we were game planning because you're gonna start talking about the side table and Giancarlo, and then I'll never get back to this thought. So let me just finish my GD thought. Thank you. Anyways, this is what we're in for this evening, y'all. Apparently, anywho, so we have to make our signs. We have to sit down and kind of pull a game plan, but we have figured out that if we go really hard the first 2 hours, then I think we should be able to get in midday like a 45-minute break. Just so we're not literally inside the ET building all day. I mean, a dream come true. But also, like, I will need nourishment and to use the restroom and, you know, all that kind of stuff at some point. So I think we have a game plan. We need to fully flesh it out. But I can't believe how quickly June 11th is approaching.
This really flew.
I'm feels excited.
It feels like not 5.5 months ago, but like really recently, we got a message from Drunk Jake.
So true.
Saying he booked a non-refundable flight.
Now you can go ahead and talk about Giancarlo.
Well, I kind of feel like we should, like, if there's any way we can figure out how to do it with our cell phones, just immediately go live when Juice sees his side table. Like, just go live. Just the second and a half is like, just. I
mean, we could go live on Facebook.
Yeah, you can also go live direct to YouTube. You don't have to use Streamlabs. It just won't have any of the or StreamYard. It just won't have any of the fun stuff. So we could do either or. So
well, one way or the other, whether it's live or taped, we'll make sure there's footage of.
And by tape, we have a camcorder, guys. We're going to tape it. We'll be selling VCRs in the gift shop for What the Show.
Yes.
That's what's up.
I'm very excited to see the video. One of my favorite things about us getting together is at the end of it, Juice makes a very lovely video where we give him all of our pictures and footage from the weekend, and he does a nice little recap. And it's like this nice little time capsule of all the good memories and all the inside jokes that were born from that trip. And yeah, it's a good time. So I'm excited to see that at the end of the.
It's gonna be tough to top the bomb of Jeff's movie rule. I mean, let's be honest.
So true.
That was when we all first learned of that.
Listen, Danny, you joke, but I actually have a Super 8 projector, so we could actually
But-
capture it on Super 8 film and or 8mm film, and I could play it. I'm just sitting. I'm staring at it right now. I think
Listen.
it functions.
All I'm saying is we could reclaim the term Super 8 from J.J. Abrams. Also, should be an enemy of the show, I think. But that's another. Should we go into
Wait,
it?
why is J.J. Abrams an enemy of the show?
Star Wars, Star Trek.
Is it because he gave us the slug reaction live to a? I never kid. You know what? You're right. No one should ever kid about Super 8 about film. Film is very important to me, whether it be 8mm, 35mm, 70mm. Is it because of the live slug reaction?
Well, just Star Wars, Star Trek, it's bastardizing the things I love and grown up. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this tonight, are we? We're not going to be.
Ooh.
Aj.
I'm gonna disagree because I have no qualms with any of the Star Trek or Star Wars films that J.J. Abrams directed. I know a lot of people do, but I have no qualms with it. Now, if you want to be mad at him for the way he ended Felicity, then sure, by all means, go off.
I'm still mad at him about Dune.
I don't think he was involved in that.
No, that was Denis Villeneuve.
Also, unpopular opinion, possibly, but I like the movie Super 8.
Super 8's actually pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that movie.
Pretty fucking good. But
it's pretty fire. Again, it has all the things I want. It's kids riding on bikes, a little bit of a mystery, great score. Literally, such a good score to that film. Even if you don't like that movie, go listen to that score. It's amazing.
It's
Tears.
fun.
Instantly.
It's a great time. It's some cool shit. Some cool stuff.
Some cool
And
stuff.
Bad Robot was behind the Cloverfield films, which the first two were
Hello there.
foundational cinema.
We don't have Appletinis, right? Oh, the Appletini. No, we won't spoil that ahead of time, but we learned we might be able to do something ridiculous when we're at the hotel we're staying at.
Things are happening.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
That's correct. Yep.
That'll be all over Twitter next weekend if we're able to do what we plan on doing. Keep an eye on the What the Show Twitter next week for some ridiculousness.
Yes.
Wait, do you have beef with the 2009 Star Trek? Because I know a lot of people have beef with Into Darkness, which is
no,
fine,
just the
I guess.
Kelvin timeline in general.
Like I actually really like the 2009 one.
2009. So I also don't hate Into Darkness, which I know record scratch, controversial
I
opinion.
only watched that once.
I rewatched it not too long ago, and in my mind, I'd only watched it in theaters, and then like everyone hated it, and I didn't have like a big memory of it from theaters. And so I was like, I don't know, I probably didn't like it then if I don't really remember it, and everyone hates it. Let me watch it and see if I hate it. And then I was like, I don't hate this.
It's turning the franchise into an action franchise. It's not an action franchise. It's a slow political drama. And that's
I like that.
that's kind of like the idea, the concept of the Kevin timeline. I don't have a problem with that, but they forego a lot of like in retreading similar storylines. They instead of go into nuance, they go boom. Like these should have been $40 million movies. Instead, they cost hundreds.
We are also spoiling Star Trek movies from
13 years ago.
Many years ago
13
now.
years ago.
So when we said we're spoiling everything tonight, we are spoiling everything. Yeah, I think
By the way, we just got 3 more Streamlabs donations.
Oh, nice.
God, we're on fire. Yes. Thank you, everyone.
All of which from John Lestrina for $3 a piece. Listen, if you learn nothing else when you're here, you'll learn this. All right? It's not just about hockey. It's okay, never mind. It's
the other
it's
one.
Mighty
It's
Ducks.
the other
It's not
franchise.
Fast and the
Change the
Furious.
voice. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Listen, if you learn nothing else when you're here, you learn this, all right? Because it's not just about hockey. It's easy to be confident when you have control of the puck. It's very, very difficult to keep that confidence when you got to take whatever strange bounces life whatever strange bounces life throws your way. Don't be careless. Don't be too careful either. You can't be afraid to lose. And that's how you gain the confidence to attack the game when the punk isn't yours. That's how you attack life, even when you think you don't have any control. And that's how you play real defense. Coach Orion.
Quack, quack, quack.
So,
Pouring one out for you, Coach Orion.
yeah, dude. Coach Orion, nice dude. Just kind of
Nice
deliberately
dude,
hated
you
by...
know?
He's the only character that you go to like more on D3 rewatches. Like the rest of the characters are kind of like.
Ken, speaking of movies that I don't hate upon rewatch.
He becomes like the first time you watch that, you know, you're watching it in the beginning and you're like, oh, he's a douche canoe. But then, like, as he, you know, you go to love him, but then you see it the second time knowing his backstory, and you're like, no, this guy has the right intentions.
He's reasonable. You know, he's a good guy.
Good
Everyone
coach.
just doesn't like him because he's not Coach Bombay. But you know what? I bet who would get vaccinated? Coach Orion.
Coach
So,
Orion.
you know?
You know what? Bring him back for Game Changers. I want Coach Orion back for Game Changers.
Yes. Holy shit, who played Coach Orion?
Yeah, what's that actor doing? Nothing, probably, but I bet you he's vaccinated. So he could come and help out on Game Changers. I'm just saying.
But you know who really needs to be on Game Changers?
Dwayne?
Yeah.
But he's also not vaccinated.
There's no way he
Yeah,
is.
he might be
no
vaccinated.
way in
though.
hell.
I
He's...
would like to point out he is from Austin, which is a progressive city in Texas. Okay, he could be vaccinated. The actor, I can't speak for.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
So
But
the
the
actor is
actual
from-
character, I would like to think is vaccinated, but I can't.
And when the roosters are crowing and the cows are spinning circles in the pasture,
Ducks fly together. Oh my god, I love him so much, truly.
So
Dwayne.
Jeffrey Nordling, let's see what he's been up to. He's been active since 1988 to present. Let's see. Most recent movie was Sully, 2016. So he's fine there. What else is he working on? Anything new? He's on this. He was on one episode of This Is Us and one episode of Law and Order this year. Otherwise,
He
it
was
seems
on
like-
This Is Us? How did I
Yeah.
miss that? Why did I not immediately go, Coach Orion?
you might look.
His name was Eric, and the episode was One Giant Leap.
What season?
This year.
It was on this year?
Yeah, that's all he's done this year. But he does a lot of like bit TV parts. Seems like
For him. He could be on Game Changers.
make him a series leader. He's doing a lot of these like single episode things. He's got talent. He can skate.
He's a
He can
good
skate. That's all you
character.
need.
All right. What was One Giant Leap?
Uno.
It was the second episode. Oh, okay. That episode. Was he the husband, maybe? Oh man. Y'all talk amongst yourselves while I figure this out.
So in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, when Liu Kang is going to the Hopi Mesa, do you ever think he wonders about the desert terrain? Like, does Liu Kang really know a lot about the desert terrain? We know he lived in America and then he went back to go to the temple, but like the desert's got to be a foreign concept to him.
We don't know where in America he lives.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I think he was the husband. Sorry, this is very important to me. Oh my god, I saw Coach Orion on a thing. And
he was in Flicka in 2006.
You know what? Good for him.
That was like a ripoff of Flipper.
Bro, his first ever acting movie, 1988. Take a stab at it.
1988?
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? I was looking at IMDb.
His first ever movie was 1988. Guess any 80s movie. Just any 80s movie. that this could be
1988. Was
made.
it live
You won't be
action?
wrong.
Was it a Rocky movie?
No.
Live action 88. I'm gonna guess. I don't know.
Just any 80s movie. Just
Splash.
nope. Working Girl.
Okay.
And this has been this week's Coach Orion Corner.
Coach O'Ryan Corner.
Well, a graphic will be made and we will be discussing Coach O'Ryan every week until Game Changers comes back on and we petition to get him to be the coach for season 2. Thank you and good day.
Could you imagine him teaching Nick defense?
No.
That would be so. They need to know the fundamentals. You know, they need to know defense. And Nick is just an absolute precious angel, too pure, too good for this world. Do you all know? I'm circling back 12 conversations now, but do you all know about the live slug reaction?
No.
Oh man, that's what happens, I guess, when you're not on Tumblr.com.
No, I don't even know what that is.
From Rise of Skywalker, you don't know about the live slug reaction? In honor of Pride Month, we're going to talk about the live slug reaction. So basically, you know, in the end of Rise of Skywalker, when occasionally Disney wants to, like, you know, be like, look, we're progressive. We're putting the first kiss, the first same
Just kind of thrown
sex
in
kiss,
there.
just thrown in 2 background characters here into this movie so we can say that we had a gay moment, you know, whatever. So, you know, they have obviously in the big celebration scene for 2 seconds, these 2 women who basically are not even named characters, kiss, and literally it immediately goes to this alien that looks like a slug, and he just looks like mwah, mwah, about it. And so then everyone like turned it into this joke on Tumblr. Like they would take any kind of like media, like LGBT media, and be like live slug reaction, and it would just be that slug reacting to like these 2 people kissing, and then you just like turned into, you could have the slug react to anything, and it was just very entertaining, and it was like a good 2 weeks and a half. It was everywhere, and now it's kind of died down a little bit, but you'll still get it occasionally. But anyways, that's been your internet
the real
corner.
The real, like, for the real gay moment in Star Wars was Finn and Poe. Like, should have been, but like, could you imagine, like, Ray, I have to tell you something. So, Poe, is he seen anybody?
I mean, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for a confession. I was waiting for a moment. Apparently, in Lego Star Wars, we're gonna get it. I don't know. Let me know when I see it.
But John Estrina did donate another $2 saying he took away the C, Charlie, not what was under it. Hans, our boy Hans.
Come on, can we all pour one out for Hans? Hans.
Pour one down.
All right.
To you, Hans. Man, God, John
Diboja.
was crying on a Wednesday.
It's not Crying Wednesday. It's Weird Wednesday.
You're right. But you know,
We got
Hans
a
and the
little
C,
Joey Burrows in the chat.
and he's got the letters. It's a lot. It means a lot to me, is all.
You know who should have gotten a C, like, on their jersey? You know, who's like totally deserved the C on their jersey?
The one who led up to insurrection. What?
Greedo. Because Greedo was like the captain of all the bounty hunters. He's the one who found Han Solo.
Hans Solo?
That's the movie I want to see.
You're welcome.
Disney owns
It's
both
a
characters
weird
now.
Dutch
So
captain.
true.
Disney does own both characters. This
My
could
God,
happen.
Listen, if Star Wars Weekends ever were to come back, that could be like, he could be dancing in the hyperspace hoopla. It could be a whole thing.
my-
Next celebration, not this upcoming year because I
Hans.
can't afford to go to London, but the one that's back in the States, I'm going as Hans Solo. Will anyone get it? I don't know. Let's find out.
I might just go with like a mask of a hand on my head and walk around with Han Solo's outfit on, and I'd be Han Solo.
Uh,
No. Don't encourage me, AJ.
that didn't sound very encouraging, did it really?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it was a little more condescending.
What kind of like a Peter Griffin?
Here's a thought. Back to we're spoiling everything. I'm really happy everyone is hanging out with us tonight on this Wednesday where we do I don't know what.
We had no plan coming into tonight
Yeah.
except for some sausage.
It's except for some sausage. And you know what? AJ really did. I can't stress enough how much AJ hyped up this video all week, and it did not disappoint. I was like, what bizarre thing is AJ? And in my mind, I could have never like dreamt that up. Anywho, So going back to our spoiling everything, this is a Stranger Things spoiler, season 4, episode 2. Spoiler, everyone. Episode 2, we are spoiling the infamous roller rink scene. Okay. I'm traumatized by the song Wipeout now. I already hated it because I have to hear it all the time. And now every day when I hear it at work, which has been the last couple of days with that scene in mind, I literally am like, I have a personal vendetta against this song. I would like to never have to hear the song again. Is there a way we could skip this song? But no, I just have to stand there while I'm trying to do my job and think about Elle's trauma. And it makes me really sad.
You know what I was just, no, I've only gotten up to episode 3, so I'm not past that, but they had a perfect moment that they could have used. And it did not happen, but like, hindsight 2020, the Duffer Brothers, if you need to refilm this, I'll allow it. I don't even want any money or anything. This, the Polarizer's like, we can give you your powers back. Just hand her a roller skate. Like, seriously, just hand her a roller skate. We can give you your power back.
That's true. I feel like we do owe Peggy some like royalties to this stream for using her image. We apologize. We should have asked in advance for the rights to use your image in this stream.
That's fantastic.
But Peggy, like the movie does get really loud at the end, like right? Like the end of the movie, the score gets really loud.
And then they start shouting over the score of the movie like it's playing live while they're doing it.
Also, I like that we put that on because was it Jeff who had never seen it? Someone in the room had
I think it was.
seen
I think that's right. I think it was Jeff.
And we put it on. Like we were really excited about it. Like I like
we
that
had commercial-free Tubi in our hotel room.
And I like that we really thought we would pay remote attention to it or watch it. And of course we didn't. But because Jeff technically watched it, I guess he couldn't watch it again this year.
No, he didn't finish it. We turned it off before.
Well, that's true.
We turned it off before it ended. So,
but yeah, he commented a lot on how loud it was getting, but at no point did he actually pay any attention to what a great.
However, Chance was watching it.
He was actually paying some attention.
Chance was
paying the most attention. Chance was days away from playing a fucking singles title match, and we got in the way. Oh, Chance Ellison, if you're watching this, we are so sorry.
He was prepared for Paul Giamatti.
That's true. If there was a Paul Giamatti question coming at him in that championship match, he would have nailed it.
He also would have cracked up on stage.
Could you imagine if he got the John dies at the end question?
Or how many Woody Allen films he is in. 6 fewer than you think.
6 fewer than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Damn, that was
really a time. I can't wait. I cannot wait to have everyone here. ET Goodness, ET Tribute Store.
And we have different friends this time.
Yeah, and we have some other fun people coming to join us. So it's going to be a rowdy time. I'm
hear that, Mom? I have other friends.
Aren't you proud of me, Mom? Look at me. I'm thriving.
So many internet friends.
And we're going to different parks this time.
Yeah.
And we're doing different things. So it's going to be like a whole new Orlando for you.
Mm-hmm.
Although we might have to stop by a certain 7-Eleven.
Well,
oh yeah.
I mean, gots to. I swear to God, if they don't have Watermelon Smash anymore, I will personally, get a roller skate and I will just
get your power back.
I will personally understand.
That broke me. Personally understand. I'm not selling it anymore. I'll get it. I'll totally understand.
And that's how we have to react to. It's just, I get it.
They'll be like, oh my God, we discontinued it because no one ever bought it. And then literally 2 weeks later, this group came in asking to buy a whole case.
How many do you have? We'll take all of them.
We'll take all of them.
I think what you heard was we wanted a lot of Watermelon Smash.
We're here for Jack Daniels. And by Jack Daniels, I mean watermelon smash.
No, 100% AJ. You need to walk in there and just do the same thing you did. Can I get a thing of Jack Daniels?
I get all the same booze. Loaded up. Like 2 arms full, and then ask for Jack Daniels. I'm like, fuck. Well, you don't? Okay. Watermelon smash? Huh?
8 of them.
Got any of that good stuff?
Give me 8.
I would not be surprised if they were making that in the back and selling it for a marginal profit.
Yeah, that's definitely some toilet wine.
Ew.
No. They used a bathtub.
They're classy.
Yeah. I guess I need you to talk amongst yourself. Oh, fuck.
Oh, he's coming back. He's just blowing his nose. Cute. I know.
I'm having terrible allergies.
I can vamp for a minute.
Oh, God. No. Here's the thing, though. When you vamp, I miss it.
Wait, he's back. We can talk amongst ourselves.
When you're talking amongst yourselves, I can just, do whatever I feel like. And that's like...
Yeah. Well,
So anyways, this stream has no purpose. I'm sorry to anyone who is watching tonight, but I appreciate it because again, it's a good cause. We've gotten some great donations. June's already off to a great start, and again, everything is going to the Trevor Project. Happy Pride Month, everyone, once again. Yeah, we're just, we're hanging out. I'm still bitter that Star Wars Celebration is going to be in London because I was really looking forward to it being when I could go to, and 11 months is not enough time to save for that.
Down with Liverpool.
Wah, wah, wah. Not the same city, just so you're aware. Except not down with Liverpool because we saw Paul McCartney the other day and it was a really great show.
Down with Liverpool wanker ball.
Yeah.
That's right. It's called wanker ball. If you were unaware, it's about.
It's not. It's
so
not called.
The way they
Wanker
play
Ball.
is they're like, okay, let's see which one of us can flop like a fish the best. That Oh, he did a good flop. Look
I
at
just
that.
wanted to tweet on that. I think
Look at
that
that.
soccer is a beautiful
Look at that. He
sport,
flopped like a fish.
and I get why people love it. And I
He's rolling around like a fish.
thoroughly enjoy watching it. But some fans, just like in any fandom, are god awful.
I think the percentage of Liverpool fans who are awful is higher than most fandoms.
I don't know. Have you met Steelers fans?
They're pretty bad too.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna lie.
it's pretty. It's, there's some bad apples in each bunch. That is for sure.
Yeah, but like when it comes to U.S. teams, certainly there are a lot of teams that have really, really bad apples, and Steelers looking at you.
If anyone is still in the chat, if we haven't completely scared everyone away from our absolute weird nonsense that is this evening.
Actually, Peggy was. I don't know if she's still here. I'm pretty cool
someone-
Bears fans. Honestly, they're usually pretty cool.
Someone tell me your least favorite sports team. Like, who do you think is the worst? I'll go first. We've already started, but I'll go first again. It's LSU fans, obviously. They're literally scum on earth, and I will not take that back. Thank you and good day.
I 100% go Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the worst.
AJ, what do you think is the worst fan base?
Or
in
Liverpool.
sports?
Or Liverpool.
The worst fan bases are Michigan, Muck, Michigan, the state up north, whatever. Then it's going to be then it's Raiders fans. Raiders fans are really just usually garbage.
We don't get
people.
them as much on this coast.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
yes.
have a lot of.
I'm aware of what you're talking about. We just don't. That's definitely a West Coast thing.
Yeah, and I can't think of anything else really at the moment. But yeah. There are good people on both sides. I will mention people that I've met, I've known people,
Right.
and then found out that they're Michigan fans, and it's kind of like being a conservative when your son or daughter came out. By the way, all donations go to from streamlabs.com/what's/tip. Do go to the Trevor Project.
Well, one of our best friends on this channel, Chance Ellison is a Steelers fan. You know, and
Yeah.
we like him. You know, so you can't say it. But I was going to say, let's
I
get
know a
to
lot of really nice Steelers fans. I would like to point that out. I just think I've also met a lot of not great ones.
So for a team that you don't root for,
Mhm.
name a franchise that you think has actually good fans or college.
I would say, and this is a controversial one because I know a lot of people hate them, but if you're a Patriots fan,
That's
actually
from Boston.
from Boston or like the
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts area,
It's two different things. and I
I've
get
never
what she's
had
saying.
any issues with any of them. If they are a bandwagoner, which there hasn't been as many in the
It's two
last couple
different
years,
fan bases, basically.
they're not great. But if you're actually like a dyed-in-the-wool Pats fan who was like born and raised in Boston, I've never had any issues with you.
The
I will
Saints.
say South Carolina, as in the University of South Carolina, I thought that they were really pleasant. They were super nice and friendly and welcoming. I had a very lovely experience attending a game there. Mississippi State, they were also very pleasant. Some of them were kind of icky and posted some gross, mostly college frat boys, posted some gross signs about our football coach's wife. But other than that, most of the people I actually encountered were very friendly. And Kentucky during football season is nice. During basketball season, they're scum. And they're really mean to you. But the football season, people that you interact with tend to be friendly. Yeah, I've never Baltimore Ravens fans. I've never had any issues with.
I have.
I've never had any issues with like Bears fans.
I was going to say that whole division, the Bears, Packers, Vikings, and Lions. Honestly, I can't really.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any issues
any
with
of
any
those
of
four.
them.
That whole division's pretty like they root for
Yeah.
their, if they're playing each other, obviously they get hostile, but they seem to be pretty cool for the most part. Root for their team. All four of those teams have a lot of history. The Lions a history of not winning, the Vikings a history of not winning, Bears a history of being mad at Packers fans, and the Packers a history of detestable quarterbacks. But their fan bases are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So there's this comedian from Omaha. His name is Winslow Dumaine. Everybody go follow Winslow Dumaine on Twitter. He's the best Twitter follow. But he's based out of Chicago now, and he did a TikTok about like moving to Chicago, and the end of it was, so you guys base your entire personality off of being a fan of a football team that hasn't been good in 30 years.
More than
I
that.
don't know. Surprisingly, I get that one. So it's just great pop because coming from Nebraska. Yeah. I just explained the joke. Oh.
But anyway, they we just mentioned those four teams. I feel like a lot in general of like the Midwest when it comes to pro teams usually aren't that terrible. I know, like, okay, the Chicago thing, the White Sox and the Cubs fans can get a little hostile at times. I had a lovely time at Wrigley Field, I will say, when I went there. Actually had a really, really nice time at Wrigley Field. But, yeah, I feel like the Midwest is kind of like, when it comes to professional teams, with a few, maybe a couple of exceptions, but.
Old Chiefs fans are great. Old Broncos fans are stuck in 1998.
Broncos Stadium is an awesome place to go see a game, by the way. That's another one I managed to get to.
I've never had any issues with Broncos fans. They're perfectly fine.
They were pretty cool for the most part. There was like one or two that I dealt with when I was there that were not very cool, but for the most part, they were pretty cool. But like
Nebraska
I
is kind of a battleground state for the Chiefs and the Broncos. And I think that the Chiefs fans are overall.
The Chiefs are starting.
Better.
They're getting a little bit of the bandwagon effect now. Like,
Yeah.
And when it comes to any team, like years back, the Seahawks had that where, when did you ever see Seahawks fans on the East Coast? And then all of a sudden, all these people who 2 years earlier were rooting for Tom Brady are all of a sudden rooting for the Legion of Boom. And pretty much anybody who
I like Seattle.
So
no, I'm going to actually change my vote for worst fan base. It's not the Steelers or the Liverpool. It's the LeBron followers. The people who follow the team that LeBron plays for, that's the worst fan base.
I get it, but also like at least you're being honest with yourself when you say it. Like
They don't care about any team. They just care about him.
so
But
do you know my history with the New England Patriots? I have a history with the New England Patriots. So when I was in grade school, I didn't want to have the same favorite team as my family, and I started watching whatever games were on, and was like, this Drew Bledsoe guy, he's awesome. He's like a real like
Still respect Drew. Respect the hell out of that guy. Actually,
he's a go for broke, kind of hard nosed kind of guy, and like I started becoming a Patriots fan. Then Drew Bledsoe gets injured, and then the whole thing with him and Brady goes down, where Brady takes the starting job with Bledsoe in his prime, even after he's recovered, and wins the Super Bowl out from under him. And I had a free pass, guys. I had a free pass to be a Patriots fan. Fucking hate them.
well,
because what they did to my boy Drew Bledsoe, because I had a Bledsoe jersey growing up.
Brady for the first 2 or 3 years was not like hateable Brady. It was about like the 4th or 5th year that he was a starter that all of a sudden he went from plucky underdog who came out, won the Super Bowl at the very end.
Yeah,
to
Michigan asshole quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, touche.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But anyway, we're getting to about the we're past the hour mark tonight, so I think we're going to start wrapping up a little bit.
You're like ending this so normally. What? That's not our way.
So the thing is that we have 4 episodes, 4 hours left to stream Stranger Things, and 2 episodes, which is enough time to make Eddie Munson give us like a line where he like yells "Ride the lightning" and he dies, and then it's gonna be the new Bob Newby superhero, and it's gonna make me cry every time I hear that Metallica album. So what were we talking about?
No, I mean that's definitely a possibility. Hey everyone, if you also still have running up that hill stuck in your head, we're glad you joined us here on this weird Wednesday.